Okay, the case set for today is the State of Florida versus Brenton Leonard Butler. Is the state now ready to proceed with its opening statement? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, then Ms. Dare, you may proceed.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May it please the court.
Certainly.
On May 7th of this year, the defendant, Brenton Butler, approached Mary Ann and James Stevens at the Ramada Inn, and he demanded Mrs. Stevens' purse. Before she had a chance to comply, he raised a gun to her face and fired, hitting Mrs. Stevens at the bridge of her nose, killing her. The evidence that you will hear that proves the defendant is the one who committed this crime really comes down to two things. First, Mr. Stevens, the only eyewitness to the actual shooting, positively identified the defendant as the person who did this to his wife. And he will come here in court and he will positively identify the defendant in court. The second piece of evidence is that the defendant gave a statement to the police on the afternoon of the shooting, admitting to the shooting.
That's great. May it please the court, counsel for the state. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The evidence in this case will show you that Brenton Butler did not commit this homicide and, in fact, could not have killed Mrs. Stevens the morning of May 7th. At 12 noon, you will hear that Detective Williams and Darnell began their questioning of Brenton Butler. They asked Brenton Butler where he was Saturday night and Sunday morning. On Sunday morning, I woke up, I took a shower, I brushed my teeth, I saw my mom and my little brother. I took care of my dog, and a little after 9, I left to go to Blockbuster to fill out a job application. And the detectives told him, "You're lying. We've got an eyewitness." Detective Glover arrived at the homicide office before 6 p.m., and he will tell you that he was told that Brenton Butler was ready to confess. Ready to confess. Here is a boy who has said absolutely nothing but, "It's not me, I didn't do this." And at 5:56, you'll learn that Detective Glover entered the interview room alone to talk to Brenton Butler. And Detective Glover said, "You're not innocent. You're not innocent. We've got an eyewitness. It's niggers like you that make me mad these days." And Detective Glover said, "You know, if I had done this, I'd have thrown that purse and gun in the woods. Isn't that what you did? Didn't you throw that gun and that purse in the woods?" And Detective Glover takes Brenton Butler alone, hanging on to Brenton Butler's belly belt as Brenton is handcuffed into the woods, deep into the woods. And in the middle of the woods, in that semi-darkness right before it gets totally dark, ladies and gentlemen, Detective Glover hit him in the stomach, not once but twice, and hit him in his face.